Man, listen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on, man?
Man, are you recording now?
I'm recording now.
Okay, I got 3 words, and I've said this on Twitter already.
Okay.
That was garbage. It was dumpster juice. Like, it was not. That was.
Yeah, I look at it, I agree. Well, I'm not saying it's garbage, but here's the thing: they're on cruise control. They have no incentive. If they have if they have real big guns, they have no incentive to show them.
Yeah,
they're selling a ton of units. They can just cruise control.
I do believe that. Yeah, they're selling 2 to 1 right now. But after that showing, I would say this, and I can't remember who said it in the chat that I was in, whether it was Stu or Will, but one of them says $4.99 don't look so bad right now.
Wow!
After the Sony press conference, like that's how.
But they are. I'm saying, but they already own a PlayStation 4, right? Or they don't, or what? Like, what's the scenario? I need to know the situation.
Neither of them have a PlayStation 4, and and one of them said, well, actually, I think Stu does. I think Stu has one, but yeah, he said $4.99 don't seem so bad right now.
Yeah, I was watching it like, well, yep, this is what happens when you're on top. You have no real incentive to work hard. It's like, I'm good. Yeah,
I can't imagine like they didn't even talk much. Like the dude came out there, he talked once. Like we had the people with the sitar and stuff at the beginning,
that was cool.
And then he came out, spoke again, and was like, "All right, Dan, I'll holler at y'all." And then they showed the Spider-Man, which Spider-Man is cool if you care about Spider-Man.
Hey, it looked fun.
It looked fun, but I'm done with QuickTime events, bro. Either make it a cutscene or make it something I can play.
I tweeted about that. I said I look forward to people who love Attack of Watch. They hate QuickTime events. Like, this game is going to be fantastic. It's like everybody hates QuickTime events unless it's in the game they like. You know what I mean? People love them, they hate them, but they like them in something.
There's games that I like that have QuickTime events in them, but I'm always like, either let me play this or just show it to me. Don't put me in the middle, because if I think I'm watching a cutscene, then I can get up and go do something else. I can check my phone, I can do this. But if I know that I got to, press a button in time because it looks like a cutscene, but you're just making me press buttons during the cutscene, nah, son, do one or the other. Don't do both. Either let me play it, or let me play it, or show me a cutscene. One of the two. And I'll add on this: if Miles isn't playable, this is a total fail.
Yeah. If you're gonna tease it, like I'm assuming, and I don't want it to just be like a costume switch either. Like, I want to be able to play as Miles, not just, hey, we swapped the costume. Like, okay, cool. But yeah.
Right.
I mean, the little wink and a nod. I'm assuming that clearly they're gonna do something and keep people happy. When I was watching it, I couldn't help but think, you know what? Game I really liked, Spider-Man: Shattered Dimensions. That was a really good game. I would love to play that. That's what
they were talking about in the chat. They were just talking about stuff like that. They weren't talking about this game.
Because all the
somebody asked was Piccolo's voice actor doing Fist.
Oh, I heard somebody say T.C. Carson, who was the voice of the original Kratos from God of War. And what's going on with Thanos in the Marvel joint? Like, he just like, I guess
know what? I ain't even watched that joint. I got up to go get my food.
Oh,
like,
okay.
That's how, and the crowd was dead, son. Like, oh my God, the crowd was dead. Every time they showed the crowd, we were in the chat rolling, dog. It was so funny.
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have breaking news. Hip Hop Gamer just said at PlayStation, he tweeted PlayStation, just won E3 2017. Conference mic drop. It's over. So, I mean, hey, we should probably just close up this podcast right now. We're done. This is the sound of my hands saying I'm done.
Oh my god!
I like that dude. His enthusiasm is something else, man. I was like, you watched that and say they won. I don't.
How? Okay. What did you watch? Like, seriously? When I was watching the IGN stream, as soon as the IGN stream was over, one of the ladies on the panel said that the Spider-Man demo was the best demo she's seen ever at E3, and I'm like, what demo did you watch?
Like, it was cool. I don't know about the best ever.
I'm like, yo, I straight up cussed. I'm not gonna cuss today, even though I said I was gonna get retaliation for Tiny letting off. But
yeah, you did.
I said, really, what the F did you just watch? Because it wasn't what I just watched.
No, it was a good demo. Don't get me wrong. I thought it showed a lot of good things. It was good. Then again, I don't really have a catalog of that was the best E3 demo ever. I'm just like, either I'm excited for something or I'm not. So.
Right.
It was cool. Lance, you've been quiet, man. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, yeah.
I told you, it's double best.
Yeah. Well, it was a tame press conference, but it was still better than all the other ones.
There was no conference. It was just trailers.
Yes, and that's what it should be. It should be about games. I don't want to hear people all day talking.
There was no conference at all. He came out, said a few words, showed a whole bunch of trailers straight up, came back and said, all right, then, peace. They showed Spider-Man, the end. What?
Good. That's what E3 is about. It's about games, not about talking. That gets annoying.
It's about whatever we want it to be about at the given time and moment.
No.
And it's not talking. It's about games.
Tell me why I should own or continue to own your product.
No, you got to tell yourself that. I can't tell you why you should own anything.
No, I think he means Sony needs to tell him why, not you.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think he's implying that Sony did not tell him why. I think that's baked in to his response. I'm putting words in your mouth, Scar.
I already barely use this thing. Like, I probably should have sold this. Like, the moment I got a Fire Stick, my PlayStation was useless.
Wow, that's a $40 thing. I have 4 of them.
I bought mine for $20 because right before they came out, if you were already a Prime member, you could get one for $20.
I think I missed.
So here's my thing. I don't use my PlayStation much.
You should sell it then.
Not really at all. No, I'm not going to sell it because there are some games on there that I like, and occasionally they give me something on PlayStation Plus that I might play or I might care about. So I don't want to sell it because I bought the PlayStation first. Because I got a bonus that year. I had 400, not 500, so I bought a PlayStation. So it's the one that I own first, but it's the one that I use the least. I use my Alpha more than I use my PlayStation, and my Alpha got an i3 in it, and I use that more than I use my PlayStation.
It sounds like you should get rid of it then, man. I mean,
no, I'm not. I don't know. I worked at GameStop, and I know the whole trading in thing was hot on these streets. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I have zero use for it. I might as well just give it to my daughter.
Well, yeah, you could do that too.
But ain't too much up here for her.
How old's your daughter?
She's 9. She loves Minecraft. Yeah. She can't play Minecraft on me.
Well, Minecraft is available for PS4 though.
No, it's not.
It's available for everything.
I'm sure it is.
I thought it wasn't.
Except I did hear that when Microsoft announced, hey, people, all platforms can play, that's excluding Sony platforms.
Yeah, with a cross console.
I don't know. That just seems kind of like, come on, man. What do you have to lose?
Well,
what happened to for the gamers? They don't have to do anything.
Okay. I'm wrong. There is a PlayStation version. My bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was a tame press conference, but I still liked it. I liked seeing,
Whoa! You just said you thought it was the best one so far. So is it the best one or is it tame? Which one is it? Which one?
The best one out of this year.
Really?
Because look, Ubisoft.
How did we watch the same thing?
No,
I'm trying to ask.
I didn't watch Ubisoft, honestly, and not because I didn't want to.
I didn't watch. Yeah, I was at work. I couldn't watch
Yeah.
Ubi.
So
I watched most of EA.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, and EA was just pure garbage. So
I believe that. I did see the Mario and Rabbids thing, and I thought,
which was also
really
pure garbage. That is trash.
That does not look good.
It is terrible. Who wants to? You see people talking about, oh, I don't want to do QuickTime events, but they'll do, they'll play a game like, a RPG game where you don't control it, and you press a button and then it just does something. I mean, and that's what this Mario game is. That's not a Mario game.
Wait a minute. I said I don't like QuickTime events. I don't play that crap.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People talking about how they don't like QuickTime events, but then they'll be quick to play something.
They have their favorite game.
A turn-based game. I hate turn-based games. That's not a game. A turn-based is not a game. At least a QuickTime game, you're involved.
You're saying turn-based games aren't games? I'm not even a fan, but I don't know how you. I don't know how you. You might be on an island by yourself with that one.
You walk around.
I don't even play turn-based games, but you out on an island right now, bro.
No.
You telling me Advance Wars isn't a game because you don't actively because the combat isn't active?
Yeah, I mean you walk around. Get into some random battle.
Hold on. It's not a game that you like, or it's not a game. Like let's.
It's both. It's both. Turn-based games suck. They're garbage.
So it sounds more like it's a subjective thing where you don't like them, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're not games.
Right. Well, it's kind of like the thing with
like Birth of a Nation is a movie. I don't like it, but it's still a movie.
Yeah. I'm being over dramatic, but for me, I mean, I'd rather play something with a QuickTime event than something turn-based. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not my thing of choice either. There are exceptions. Like I did enjoy Mario RPG when it was out, but I do make exceptions sometimes.
Yeah, so the Ubisoft press conference, this Sony one was better than the Ubisoft one, and it was better than the EA one, and it was better than the Microsoft one too. Because the only time
Microsoft showed more games.
Yeah, they showed more games. They showed they showed more games. I'll give them that. That's a fact. But you know what I'm saying? You also have Sony's already showed a lot of games. They did what they needed to do tonight, and they showed the games that people wanted to see more gameplay of, like Detroit Become Human, like Days Gone, like Spider-Man.
Detroit seemed boring as I don't know what. Yeah, they got Jesse
like
Williams, and he's a very handsome man. But I didn't see any compelling thing to make me want to play that game. I liked Heavy Rain. I really liked Heavy Rain.
Well, okay. Why don't we just go through it?
I owe part of my podcasting career to Heavy Rain.
Wow. Why don't we go through and just run through just like we did for Microsoft and just. So, okay, we start the show off with Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Mm-hmm. I'm in. I don't know. I like Uncharted.
It looks I like great. Uncharted. It looks like another Uncharted game. Cool.
I like Nadine's character. I like Chloe. I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted a Chloe game.
Well, actually, like, let's be honest. I mean, on the IGN stream, I don't know about y'all, but somebody had messed up the sound, and there was zero sound for this whole trailer. And so we got to the point where we started making up imaginary people that were going to get fired. So right now, Philip is going to get fired. I don't know who Philip is, but I mean, we were just kind of bored watching that.
For work,
so
right
Philip about to be looking for work real soon.
Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn.
It looked like.
Is that DLC?
Is it DLC?
Yeah, it's DLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it Frozen? I didn't pick up the rest of it.
I haven't. I played like a smidge. Like I don't even think I'm out of the tutorial stage. That's how little I played.
Yeah, you need to get on that thing because that's one of the better games this year, without a doubt. Easy.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
What have you played this year?
I don't like sneaking. I've never been a fan of sneaking. I don't like sneaking.
So why do you have the game? So why do you have the game then? You knew that was going to be in there. They demonstrated it way back 2 years ago.
I game share. The other person bought it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I want to play it. I don't have it. I didn't buy it. I started actually buying games, and if I'm buying something now, I'm playing it. That's what I started doing. So, for the most part. Let's see what else. Days Gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad they showed more of that. I'm in.
Way more interesting than what they showed last year. Because last year they were focusing on, hey, look how many zombies are on the screen, or creepers.
Exactly.
And it looked like there was some more story.
Exactly.
It's a rental. Right now it's a rental. I wouldn't buy it.
It looked like a lot like what's the game with Ellie and the dude.
Like it looked like The Last of Us.
Yeah, Last of Us. A real big Last of Us vibe, especially when the guy picked up stuff to throw it so the creepers would hear it or whatever. And then it was kind of ill. He was killing people. He was like that dam. He blew up, and then all people just got eaten. I was like, wow. He
blew up the dam. All of the zombies are coming in. He's standing behind a log that's sideways where the zombies could actually see him.
I thought that,
and none of them came his way.
I thought that.
Because of video games.
I mean, they're closer to you.
It's they do that convenient stuff for video games. I don't know how many games do that. So that's not a big deal to me. The game itself, to me, it looked fun. I'm glad that they showed more story. I think the character seems interesting. It does have a little Last of Us vibe, but that's I don't know how
game. It just immediately I was like,
I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's a thing.
It looks good to me.
I'm down. Rental. It's a rental.
I'm down.
This next one is neither a rental or on my radar at all. That's just me. That's Monster Hunter World.
Oh no, I don't want to play that. But that's a game that's coming on. That's a game that's going to be on the Xbox One also. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they didn't do us the courtesy of saying console exclusive launch. They didn't. They just skipped.
You didn't need to, because almost every game they showed said Sony Interactive Entertainment. So you don't need to do that when you already have a bunch of exclusives. So. That's
a very good point. Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. I think.
Nope.
I like the fact that they're remaking that game and not just remastering it, because it was a PlayStation 2 game and it was rough on the edges. It was still fun and it was a good game.
It was a little rocky.
Right.
And
so I think that's
Rocky 5, not.
Yeah. So that's good, that they're remaking it for people that, maybe missed out on it and don't want to play a crappy PS2 version or even the HD remake. So I'm cool. It's the Shadow of Colossus was a great game. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I bought it on PS3, and I think I'm good.
And the thing is about
Lance.
What's up?
Concise. I need you to be more concise. Like, you keep going off. I need you to stay here. Say
I'm
what
here.
You gotta say.
Let's move on, because we don't really. We don't.
I think
they listened to the last show. They know who we were.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say that.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, and they said the story demo is available now. I'm assuming only on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a fighting game. It's a fighting game. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm not in. I did pick up the last one, the Ultimate 3, whichever one was. Yeah, it was cool, but I'm not. It's gonna be on other stuff, but it looks good. I don't know.
I didn't even watch the demo. I was in the kitchen.
I'm not gonna fault you for that. That's okay. Sorry. Call of Duty World War II.
It's Call of Duty. Who cares?
Yep, Call of Duty.
Yep, it's Call of Duty. Like, there ain't really nothing else you can say. Let's go on.
This one surprised me. Skyrim for PSVR.
Yeah, there again.
I'm completely out of this whole section. I care nothing about VR.
I have PSVR. I like it, but I can't. My VR legs won't let me play a game like that for too long, so it's of no interest to me at all, because I will puke all over the place.
I played PlayStation VR extensively. I think it's cool. It's not for me. I definitely don't care about this Skyrim, or the only thing I care about that Bethesda does is The Evil Within. So we can move on.
All right. They had a they just as in general, they had a lot more PSVR things up there than I really would have expected.
Yeah. They had way. Somebody on Twitter said that they had more VR games than they ever had for the Vita.
Well, you know what? They should. That thing costs $500, and then all the R&D that went in it, they better have a bunch of VR games.
Yeah, makes sense.
If they're going to be pushing it, I mean, because Vive and Oculus ain't doing nothing.
They sold 1 million, and that's it. They have a 50 million install base? They sold 1 million.
Yeah, they do.
True.
It's
but the PC,
closer to 60 though.
And and the PC almost has an infinite install base, and nobody cared about the extra power on the PC. On top of that, they knew that thing wasn't going to be selling like gangbusters.
Yeah, the same way that the PlayStation Pro isn't selling like gangbusters.
That's why Microsoft waited. They were like, we don't got the VR this year.
Exactly. That I like the way that they done with the PlayStation 4 Pro. They're like, here it is. If you want it, get it. If you don't, we're not going to go around wearing shirts and carrying chips in the airport. So that's fine by me. Next game.
Next game is, I just moved the window, Star Child for PSVR. I have no idea what that is.
It looked interesting, but I don't have a PlayStation VR, so.
I do. I don't know. I'll wait to see more. This next one looked good, but I don't know. Hopefully it's the kind of game where you teleport around, because the Inpatient. It had that whole asylum, was it like the 60s maybe, late 50s, 60s kind of look to it. Some freakies going on. You know how it goes. Well, it looked kind of interesting, so that's something.
Yeah.
This one I'm out, but Monster of the Deep, Final Fantasy 15. I don't care. That's not.
I mean, it was always the fishing, and then we can go fishing, and then I guess we could eat this fish while hanging out with our niggas. So for the rest, I mean, there wasn't no gameplay other than fishing and hanging out with your homies.
Yeah, I don't really want to go fishing with those guys either. Or I mean,
right?
Fishing is cool.
I think that's. Yeah. Pass.
I'm alright. I'm good. Let's see. A Bravo Team. That was a shooter.
And it looked so generic, dog.
It kind of did. It looked like
the most generic. Like, I mean, you might as well just made Haze VR. Like,
was it a VR game?
Yes.
I didn't even notice.
I was hoping they were going to like pan out and then have like SOCOM or something. I would have woken like, well, SOCOM, okay, but it's just Bravo Team. I'm like, okay, cool. That's something. It's a game. What else? Moss. I thought that looked like this movie in a book series called Despero with a mouse and a sword and stuff, but it just said Moss.
Nah, most people were saying American Tail.
I don't remember him having a sword in that, but whatever. But that might be another version.
Yeah, someone said it was Stuart Little in the Chamber of Secrets.
Haha. That's a lot more exciting than Stuart Little ever was, but yeah. This one I know is on people's radars. I mean, unless you all just gonna surprise me, it's God of War.
There you go. Good stuff. I'm in.
I need to see more. I don't know why.
That's a default right there. That's just like.
I mean, they showed you a bunch last year, and then
only God of War I've ever liked and played all the way through was 3.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. Except
for the music section. Except for the music section, that was terrible, and it took me way too long to get through that.
It shouldn't have taken you. All you need is basic memory. Shouldn't take that long.
But remember, I'm an Xbox. I was playing on a PlayStation. Trying to remember what those buttons. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The buttons. I can see that.
Because when you're playing through the game, like you can pretty much mash buttons, and just get through it. But when you get to that where you have to press specific buttons in sequence, like if I'm fighting against dudes and I'm mashing buttons and I miss the quick time event to finish them, then I could just do that again. I couldn't do that for this music section, so.
Okay, I can see that. The button thing. Yep.
It's God of War. I like that he was explaining to the son, like, his rationale of, like, how pretty much his MO of just like, if you want to be a great fighter, you can't think about the pain you're unleashing on other people. Just just do it. Don't even just be desensitized. It's kind of like, wow, that's a nice, elegant way of saying be psychotic. But sure, whatever.
Well, I like the fact that they went in a different direction because a year ago when I heard a rumor about a new God of War, I was like, God of War, I love those games, but I don't want another.
A year ago, we actually saw the game.
Well, yeah, that's what that's what I'm saying. A year ago, I didn't even want another God of War until I see, it was classic. You don't know what you want until you want it, until you get it, till you see it, till they give it to you. So I'm in.
I need
like X.
I need more game. I think it was. Me personally, well, first of all, it was weird seeing old Kratos on the jug.
Oh,
y'all ain't catch that? There was old Kratos with the blades on the jug he walked past.
Yep.
But my issue with it is, I need to see more gameplay. I don't need to see the conversations that he's having. I understand kind of what the basis of this is. I need him to have a small conversation with the kid, and then they show me straight gameplay. And with the way that they've been showing the gameplay, how much are you really willing to fight without your weapon?
Well, your ice axe comes back to you, so you good.
It comes back to you, but we've seen him throw the ice axe, and it don't just come right back. It ain't no boomerang. Like,
it still look kind of cool in the way the shield opened up. I don't know. I'm in, man. I don't know. It's got.
Yeah, I'm not saying no. I'm saying I need to see more. If I don't like what I see, then it's a rental.
Understood. We kind of talked about this a little bit before, but Detroit Become Human.
I'm in. I like the David Cage.
I know Jesse Williams was in it. Did y'all know that?
No, because they didn't show him at all last year.
Yeah, every time they've shown it, they've shown someone different that you play as. So I'm in. If I can play as 3 different characters to get this full on story, sure.
I mean, David Cage, he hit or miss sometimes, even within games that he's made that I like. Like, I like Beyond Two Souls. People complain.
I did too.
He makes games that I like to play.
I want to finish it.
He makes games I like to play. He doesn't make games I like to own, and I feel that way about most of the Sony exclusives. If Sony makes games that I would like to play, he doesn't make games I would like to own. Because there has never been a time in my life, and I own 3 out of the 4 Uncharted's, and there has never been a time in my life where I said I should play Uncharted again.
That's sad. That's sad. You have no imagination, because I don't know how many times I've gone through the Uncharted games. But then again, I don't know.
First one though.
Even the first one, because I could see the good in it. But at the same time, I don't know how many times I've gone through the Gears of War games, you know what I'm saying? So I replay games. If it's good, I'm in.
I'm more of a one and done.
I played the first. Yeah, I played the first couple of Gears of Wars a few times. I played 3 twice. I've never finished Judgment, and I have not gotten close to finishing 4.
4 is good. I just need like 5-6 years to go back, because I thought the beginning section when you're fighting the robot.
I don't like JD, yo. I don't like JD. I think he is just the most bland, supposedly hero of the story ever. And it only makes it worse when you finally meet up with Marcus, and you're like, okay, that's what I was missing, because I kept feeling like something was wrong here.
Yeah, it is a little generic.
Well, I mean, I don't think, the JD is necessarily generic. I think.
Yes, he is very generic.
I think the problem with Gears of War is that they just need to change it up. Nothing is really different. I've watched Uncharted evolve. Gears of War hasn't evolved. It got a little bit prettier.
It really did.
But that's about it.
And the evolution is fighting robots.
Uncharted has definitely evolved from a gameplay aspect, from a story aspect.
It hasn't evolved much from 2.
Oh sure. Oh yeah. You could say that 3 didn't evolve much from 2, but 4 is definitely an evolution from 3 and 2. In my opinion, it's all opinion, so it really doesn't even matter.
I think 4 is way too similar to 2. That's another one I didn't finish. I own it. I own that one on this stuff. 2 was the best one. That was the train, though.
And
that was the train, though. The train. And the most implausible scene in video game history. This man crashes and has to walk through the desert. He is walking through the desert, which seems like a couple of days. He ain't got nothing to drink, nothing. He goes into a little rundown town. All of a sudden, he's fit to fight. How?
Because video games. It doesn't matter how. That's the point where you use your imagination. I mean, you can't,
or you suspend your disbelief.
You really do. I mean, you can't say, "Oh, I love X game," but I don't like this game because of this. I mean, and it's ridiculous.
No,
you gotta use your
imagination.
I'm just speaking in general terms here. You know what I'm saying? There comes a point where you gotta use your imagination.
Uncharted 2 was second. Uncharted 2 was second or third on my 10 of the gen for last generation.
It's pretty high.
So, but that scene is just so implausible. Like, he had nothing to drink and nothing to eat for like 2 days at least, walking through the desert.
He also gets shot at and just sort of, brushes it off after like 10 seconds too. So,
like every video game character. I mean.
And if you squeeze sand hard enough, there's water in it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just, grasping for straws now. I mean, it's a video game. You got to suspend your disbelief.
I'm saying it's a completely implausible scene. I'm still saying it's a pretty good Goldberg game.
It is implausible. We can agree on that. But they are
for sure. For sure.
And last I just got to ask this question. How many times did you play Uncharted Golden Abyss on the Vita?
I think I've played through it 2 or 3 times.
Wow. I beat it once and never looked at it again.
I played the Mass Effect games more than anyone should.
Yes, you have. You put labor years into the Mass Effect games.
Yes. I love those games, but like the first one, it's like, no, I'm never playing that again. I played it because I wanted to get the story. The second one is the best one, and it's just superb. The third one is good too. The third one is no slouch.
Yeah, you should finish it.
I finished the third one.
No, I'm talking to Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Andromeda is not nearly as bad as people try to make it out to be. I'm
on my second playthrough.
But isn't it fun to just dog pile on it? Isn't that the joy of being into games? And you just get to criticize stuff that you never even played before? That's the game itself.
That's what it's about. I mean, Andromeda has its problems, but it's not really the technical stuff. I mean, it's they try to make it too open world and have all these tasks. But other than that, when you're doing the main missions, excellent.
We talked about Destiny 2 or I don't know.
Boo. Ugh.
I mean, it looks like Destiny, but they added some story.
I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't see why people love that game so much. It looks stupid. Hey, shout out to the people that like Destiny. It's not for me at all. I never want to play that game.
I like Destiny, but I don't love it.
I like making fun of it. Because they found a way to get people to like get hyped up by playing the same content over and over again. It's genius. And then spend $30-$40 more on more content that they really can blow through in 3 hours, but then keep playing it over and over.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I think games like Call of Duty and Destiny and it's everything that's wrong with video games. I'll pass.
Oh, and just for the record, Sony just announced that they have sold 60.4 million PlayStation 4 units. So if you want to know why, so that answers why this press event was sort of like, here's some stuff. All right. Because they don't need to do anything else from their perspective. I mean, so.
I think they know they can't. I think they know they can't just sit on their hands. I mean, there's other shows this year. Because they always do the Tokyo Game Show, and they sure do announce a lot of. They seem like they announce a lot of crap at the PSX show too. So, Yeah. I think this press conference was tame, but it's only tame compared to the last two that they've had.
And the others that were, within days of it as well.
Not really, because you didn't watch the EA one, which was hot garbage.
Well,
and
I didn't watch them,
one.
but I watched what the highlights were, and I saw the trailers, and so I got the gist.
What were the highlights of the EA one?
Like for me personally?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Exactly. And you haven't watched the Ubisoft one. Hey, great. Beyond Good and Evil's coming back. All right. Awesome.
I never played the first game.
Me neither. I own it.
The idea of the first game, like I went back and when they put it on Xbox Live Arcade, I went back and started playing it again, and I was like, it's cool, but it's not. It wasn't worth all the attention that people just threw on top of it. So, but I like having watched the trailer for the sequel. I think they've taken it in not different, but just like an expanded direction. That's good. So.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's the only problem I have with it. They're already doing something with it that I don't like. Oh, you have this open world and you can play with friends. It's like, would you just give me my story-based game? What happened to that? Everything doesn't need to be open world and played with your friends. I mean, I'm glad that you can play that Anthem game by yourself, go through a story solo or whatever. That's awesome, but just have a separate story then. I don't want to play these games where they have to constantly be online, even if I'm playing it solo. That's stupid.
Oh yeah, did anybody notice that Sony again didn't announce any release dates?
That's not their thing. They just didn't they put like the year, like 2018?
They did put 2018 for some games, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Don't narrow down a date and then miss the date. You know what I'm saying? Because all that's going to do is piss people off until the game actually comes out. Because everybody gets mad when a game gets delayed, but when it comes out and it's good, nobody cares. So this is the best way to go. Just give me the month, or give me the year. That's fine. Because there's been a lot of games that's been announced in these past couple days that don't have dates. All they have is a year. Most of them don't even have that. So
yeah. So I don't know. I guess overall, I enjoyed this press conference, but I would have liked to have seen more. I would like them, another thing, they do a price drop. I thought they were going to come out and drop the price of the Pro. They still can. I mean, they're still, everybody goes out and does their press event and then trickles out more stuff throughout the week. I'm assuming they still will, but it just felt like it was on cruise control. Like they just hit play and just left the venue. Like, that's how I look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, they were definitely on cruise control, but that's fine. I mean, they've announced so many games the past couple of years that people wanted to see, and at PSX that
that still haven't come out.
That still haven't come out, but you got to see more of.
And then they announced like Knack. Well, they announced Nino Kuni. Well, not announced, but they showed Nino Kuni stuff, but not during the press event. They said Knack comes out Knack 2.
5th.
September 5th. I would have liked to have seen Knack on the stage. But it was not a bad game. It just was too long.
But 99% of the people that are at that press conference don't want to see Knack 2 on the stage.
Who are they making Knack 4 then?
I don't know. You know what? I know what it is. They're letting Mark Cerny make that game, you know what I'm saying, because he's, the system designer. So they're going to let him do whatever he wants. That's who Knack is for.
It's for Mark Cerny and his clones.
You're right. Gotcha. Exactly.
Somebody write that down. All right. So I mean that's pretty much everything. I don't really have anything else unless you all want to talk about Bethesda stuff. I
didn't even watch Bethesda. Bethesda doesn't make games I play.
No, Bethesda stuff was kind of cool. Like they had they announced Doom VFR, so virtual effing reality. So
yeah,
whatever.
Because we don't have enough Doom games.
It's a VR Doom game though, so it's something a little bit different. That seemed kind of cool. Evil Within looked kind of cool.
I'm gonna get the Evil Within.
Being able to dress up as Link in the Skyrim for the Switch seemed kind of neat too. So
I'll pass.
The Master Sword is in there as well, so that's something. Here's what you need to do. You need to watch the Wolfenstein 2 trailer. It's like 9 minutes long, but it's worth watching. Trust me.
Well, I can watch the trailer, but I'm never going to play a first-person shooter game, though, so I don't even know if I'll bother.
I don't know if you've mentioned that before. Are you sure you're not a fan of the genre? Because I just want to make sure
it's terrible. Right? Yeah,
okay.
I can't do it.
Hey, if you get sick, it is what it is. Like, I was playing that kart racing game, and I just, like, my head is, like, throbbing.
It's not even that I get sick. It's just I get tired of seeing these first-person shooter games that have, they'll have this great character design, like, what's the game that with the Asian girl that everybody went back? Mirror's Edge. Mm-hmm. It's like that game is never going to sell until you make it a third-person game. It just isn't. That's the problem with that game. You got an excellent character design, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be slapping people in first person.
I think that you
punching.
Go ahead.
And punching people in first person. Oh, and when I'm playing a game in real life, when I walk around in first person all day, yeah, sure, but not in the game. It just doesn't work.
Did you like the Evil Within, the first one?
I did. Okay. It had its problems, but it overall was a good game. It did make my Xbox One go crazy because Bethesda makes some of the buggiest games in the world, but I did manage to finish it.
And there was something else they announced. I can't think of what it was. The Bethesda thing. Oh, it's gonna bother me now. I don't know. But their thing was like, it was at midnight in the East Coast. And it was like 35 minutes. I didn't watch it. I just saw the trailers when I woke up in the morning. I was like, wow. Y'all could have done this at like 9 p.m. Getting this at like 6 Pacific, But whatever. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even necessary. Just, give the trailer to whoever you want to give it to. And then, don't waste all that money on, a press conference. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it was a Dishonored standalone add-on. I think it's like $30.
Yeah,
and
see, there we go again.
I owned Dishonored 2, but didn't really play it. I don't even know who the character was. I was like, oh, them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She looked black.
She did. But there was some melanin in there, so that was like, okay, I'm interested.
Yeah, that's cool. But there again, I mean, first person. Why are you making that game first person?
No, needs to be. Man, I haven't played the second one, but Dishonored was a good game, man. Yes, it's in first person, but that game was dope, man. It was a lot of fun.
I don't like sneaking, bro.
So. Well, that's the thing. You have a choice. Like if you just go in hacking and slashing.
Yeah. Here's the problem. I tried to play Dishonored 1, and then I realized that by killing everybody, I was doing it wrong. And then my mans and them said that if you kill everybody, then the rest of the game is damn near unplayable because you get all of those rats and stuff that keep attacking you, and it makes it not even worth it to keep playing the game. So I stopped playing the game.
Oh, I killed as few people as possible. I just strangled everybody. Just knocked them unconscious.
Yeah, I will pass.
All right. Well, gents, I think that's pretty much it, man.
Yes, Sony was extremely lackluster. I don't know how people are saying that they won this. Like, I mean, I don't really do who won, but I don't know how anybody could say that Sony won this.
This was the way to go. Especially since a lot of the games that they show, I'm glad they showed more God of War. I'm glad they showed more, Uncharted and the Days Gone. But we already knew those things existed. So.
Right. But we needed to see those games though.
True.
And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure they probably had a ton of other stuff they could show. But
they probably do. Yeah.
If they did that, then people would be complaining. Oh, well, they showed a bunch of stuff, but there again, we didn't get any dates.
I'll be honest with you. I think 2 years ago, I still say they, like the year when they showed Shenmue, Last Guardian, and Final Fantasy VII. I said back then, they blew the biggest wad they will ever blow. And they did. And it was fine, but like those 3 games, you'll never.
The whole Shenmue thing was a hustle. Like,
it really was.
It's like we're gonna make a new Shenmue. Actually, you're gonna pay for it. No, I'm not. And people just jumped at it. I know people who were signing on immediately to pay for that jump, and then they came, and then they reached their goal, and then they asked for more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, first off, I never played Shenmue, but I don't understand the hype about it, anyways. But it seemed like a lot of people wanted it. That's fine. Whatever. I don't have a problem with them revealing it or whatever. But yeah, I knew that game wasn't coming for a while. And then as far as like Final Fantasy. Like, I love how they love to blame Sony for, showing these games early, but blame the companies that make them. You know what I'm saying? Sony can't go up to, someone at Square Enix and be like, yes, you have to show this game. We're going to make you show it. That's on Square Enix. And they're the most notorious out of all of them.
Hey,
for showing
they did
games.
with that fishing game in Final Fantasy 15, so we're good.
Yeah.
It's fishing.
So... I mean, with the Kingdom Hearts thing, Kingdom Hearts 3 and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I don't blame Sony for that. I blame Square Enix. Stop showing games, 10 years, from, a game that's 10 years from now. So.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up. I mean, we can't really stretch this Sony thing out anymore. Like, it's done. And I didn't watch Bethesda because they don't make games I play. And I was working during Ubisoft. I'll probably catch Ubisoft later.
Understood. All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you for your time.
And I'm glad Nintendo doesn't do one.
Well, they're doing their Direct tomorrow. But...
Yeah, but I despise Nintendo with a passion, so.
Okay. And I'm hoping that they can wrap it all up and I can go to my 1 o'clock meeting because I might not leave my desk until I finish watching it. So I'm eating my lunch, giggling because I'm still, as much as Nintendo pisses me off, I'm still a fan. So
I ain't been a fan since Super Nintendo. All right.
That's it.
That's it.
Are we gonna sign out? We gonna sign out?
Yeah. You want to do shout outs? You know the routine. Do you?
Man, shout out to everybody who checks us out on all of the different ways that you can check us out, whether it be social media, on our podcast, on our video shows, and whatever, or videos that Aaron puts up of those Aaron games that only he knows how to play. But we appreciate you. I mean, because there's not I'm one of those people that feel like there's not enough time in the day. And just the fact that you felt like it was enough time in your day to check us out, even for a short while, is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Agreed. Lance.
All right. Well, shout out to you guys. Shout out to you, Scarface, because it's been a long time since we've been on a podcast together.
Finger.
I'm sorry, Scarfinger.
I ain't say anything yesterday.
I'm gonna let it go.
Shout out to you, Scarfinger. I think you are an interesting person, and when you're on a podcast, man, I think you're hilarious and stuff like that. And I love that we kind of adversarial too, but we don't take it too serious. You know what I'm saying? So that's
a mutual respect.
Last episode, we agreed on way too much.
I know we gotta stop that.
Yeah,
we gotta stop that. No more agreeing on stuff. So shout out to you guys. Aaron, thanks for having me on again. I would have never even done a podcast had you not invited me on way back in 2011, man. I appreciate that because I listened to all the. Yes.
Wow.
It has been that long, but. The thing is, and I'll try to wrap it up real quick. I appreciate it because, so many of these other podcasts, we're for the fans, we're for our fans, but you never invite your fans on. Half the time, you don't even take their calls or, take their questions. So you inviting people on, I think, I think that's great, man. And shout out to my younger brother because he came over to watch E3 with me. And shout out to my wife for she wanted to watch the Sony press conference, so she watched it. Watched the Ubisoft one. She's watched them all except for the EA one. So shout out to her.
Well, thank you guys for your time this evening. Shout out to Mike and Tiny. If Mike was on, he would say something about donating blood and having your pet spayed and or neutered by a professional. Tiny would mention Extra Life. Search for Team GameEnthus. You want to donate to any one of us or join the team, you are welcome to do so. Either or both would be great. And I think that's about it.
All right. Good.
See you on the internet.
All right, I'll be there.